Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is reportedly not ready to ink a deal with the US that would give Washington preferential access to Kiev's rare earth minerals. Now, the latest comes just days after US President Trump's national security advisor, Mike Waltz, said that Zelensky will sign this deal soon. However, reports suggest that the Ukrainian president is not ready to accept the deal and is still trying to make amendments to the proposed agreement. Amidst this, US President Donald Trump has demanded Ukraine to return the billions of dollars provided to aid its war against Russia. He also added that Ukraine must give something in return for all that money.
I'm trying to get the money back that, or secured, because, you know, Europe has given $100 billion. The United States has given $350 billion because we had a stupid, incompetent president and administration. 350. But here's worse. Europe gave it in the form of a loan. They get their money back. We gave it in the form of nothing.
In the draft deal, US President Trump demanded $500 billion worth of rare earth minerals in compensation for the financial and military aid given to Ukraine. However, Kiev has decried this compensation, saying that the numbers are too inflated as compared to what Washington has provided as aid. Now, as per the US State Department, the US has provided military aid worth nearly $66 billion since Russia's invasion into Ukraine. However, Trump claims that the US has provided $350 billion, nearly 5 times the amount. Ukraine has said that there was no obligation from the US on the security guarantees or investments for the compensation worth billions. It has also raised ambiguity and has called the proposed agreement as vague. State Secretary Marco Rubio spoke with Ukrainian Foreign Minister Andrei Sybiha and reaffirmed Trump's commitment to what he called a conflict instead of a war, including through effective action, United Nations Security Council. The US has proposed its UN resolution that would bring the war between Russia and Ukraine to a swift end. Washington's resolution does not condemn Moscow as an aggressor and does not acknowledge Kiev's territorial integrity. Now, this is in stark contrast to what Ukraine proposed in its UN resolution. Kiev's version condemns the full-scale invasion by Moscow and has sought for the implementation of all previous resolutions adopted. In response to the Russian aggression against Ukraine, further, the US has also pressed Ukraine to back its version of the UN resolution. Now, as relations continue to sour between Washington and Kiev, preparations are underway for a one-to-one meeting between Trump and Putin. This comes as high-level officials from Russia and US are set to hold talks again on ending the war in Ukraine. As per Russia, these talks will take place at a neutral country. Earlier this week, Russia and US held their first bilateral talks in over 3 years in Saudi Arabia. Meanwhile, Russian President Putin said that the country is set to bolster its military capabilities. In an address, Putin said that the armed forces continue to be the key to Russia's sovereign development. Coming to the war front, the Ukrainian forces have claimed that Russia launched a record 267 drones in an overnight strike.